Well, the manager of Barcelona, Xavi Hernandez, is going to head to back Sheikh Jassim as the best option to take over Man United. In this whole saga, that is really so much worrying with the United fans, the players of Man United, and obviously frustrating those that would have wanted to come and sign for Man United this summer. Looks like Xavi has given United fans a reason to really go ahead and urge for their long-awaited owner, that is Sheikh Jassim, who is pushing in for what we call exclusivity negotiations with the Glazers. Welcome to United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic evening and morning and night, because we are recording this video late here and we are going to upload it. That's it, because it has to go there, and in the morning we'll resume our work as usual. Now, after that, we are going to talk a little bit about Mason Mount, and David Austin has gone ahead and really issued a very huge statement about his transfer to Man United. And lastly, we are going to tackle a little bit onto the situation surrounding Manchester United as it stands. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Man United is one of those clubs that are really wanted by Sheikh Jassim, and guess who has come out and obviously given him a very good backup as his former employee, that is Xavi Hernandez. And he has gone ahead to say the following: Sheikh Jassim, the Qatari who is really bidding in to take over Man United, has said, "I have a good relationship with the person interested in buying the club, that is Man United. Sheikh Jassim, he's a serious person, and I'm sure he would do a good job. I know him so well. He's a very good person with responsibility. It would be a very good option for Man United." And this is where the big question is, that how does Xavi know Sheikh Jassim? He said, "Because I worked in Qatar at Al Sadd for 6 years with him." So Sheikh Jassim is one of those that has been around the football circles for a very long time. He worked with Xavi when he left Barcelona at Al Sadd, and he knows him better. Now, Xavi is throwing in his chance and comments to Sheikh Jassim, and I think it comes in a very good time, because we've not had people in the football circles coming out and really giving him the plaudits he really deserves. But this time around, Xavi has gone ahead and really put and given him his flowers, and he has said he has a very good relationship with him. And some will say, all right, when he comes in through, will he think of bringing Xavi as the manager of Man United? I think Erik ten Hag is doing a very wonderful job at Man United, and none of those that are planning to take over Man United are really into the ilk of obviously sacking him. And the delay of taking over the club of Man United helps Erik ten Hag. Why? Because however much things would have gone ahead to fall in through, they'll understand that if at all this manager is backed, there is something great for him, and I think his longevity is really guaranteed at the club of Man United. So Xavi is tipping him to be the best person to buy the club of Man United in there for you, and he says that he's a serious person, and I'm sure he's good. He would do a good job. So he knows how serious he is, and what if he comes in and becomes an owner of Man United? We are going to be elevated to the next level. And this is all evident. This is all evident that the club of Man United has been making its money. I really want to clear out and really educate certain people that the Glazers have never invested any single penny in Man United. All the money they are using to buy players are profits that are made for Man United. All they are loans that are gone ahead and got, and those loans are being paid by Man United. Like last summer, to get in Casemiro and Anthony, United had to go ahead and really make and get a loan of 250 million pounds. That's it. The 150 million pounds was spent on Casemiro and Anthony deal, then the rest of the money was used elsewhere at the club, meaning that they don't have money to invest in the club of Man United. So that is well understood right now, and I think Xavi has gone ahead to give us a very good hint on Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani. And I think he's the best person that should be sold this club of Man United to. He has the best offer. He's willing to buy out the Glazers 100%. Secondly, he's willing to go all out and put up £1 billion for improving the facilities at Carrington and buying players. If Erik ten Hag's first season saw him bring in 5 players and you've gone ahead to perform like that, what comes in your mind if at all United starts backing Erik ten Hag under the ownership of Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani with £200 million per season? Do you know what that means? It really takes us to an elite level of competing with the likes of Man City. I understand Man City is really investing huge. They're going in for Kovacic, and they're going in for one of the best young defenders I've seen, that is Vadio, and they're planning to make their first bid, for the player at Leipzig. So it shows you that they're going for their best. And here we, the Glazers, we are not getting the best that we deserve. Harry Kane, we are out of the race. Kim Min-jae is going to Bayern Munich. We can't get the priority signings that Erik ten Hag really wants. So, as it stands right now, it looks very, 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 very confusing at the club of Man United, that even the employees of United are really uncertain of their future, with Jamie Jackson, a United correspondent for The Guardian and Observer, has gone ahead and really thrown in a very huge hint about the takeover situation at the club of Man United. He has told us that a lack of resolution 7 months on from the initial statement on the potential sale has provoked worry and frustration among the 800 plus people working for Man United. Uncertainty regarding United's sale is causing club employees concern over their job security, with the Glazers not giving them an update over the upcomings of the sale of Man United. These employees have to get really worried. Why? Because if your boss is willing to sell, how sure are you that your incoming boss is willing to keep you around? So I don't know how their job safety is, but it's all in the hands of the Glazers, because for them, they want to milk out all the possible cash from this deal and obviously march on. So them jogging on leaves the rest of the players in a very weird state, and the owners, it's not only affecting the employees, the assistant staff, but it's affecting the players at Man United. We cannot offer contracts to players like Marcus Rashford. Till now, Rashford has not gone ahead to sign a new contract at Man United, and he's left with just 1 year left on his contract, having triggered it. So it's really alarming that at this level, we are really seeing other teams making bids, signing players, and for us, we are just here, just looking on, gazing and not knowing what is coming next. In my culture, I have a saying that situation is related to a chicken or a hen or a cock of a drunkard, because a drunkard can just come out late in the night and say, go and cook for me that chicken or cock, I want to eat it. So we are into that situation that we, the fans, are really in a very, very, very baffled situation. The same applies to the board. The same applies to the employees at Man United, and that should be solved as soon as possible, because if it's not solved in the nick of time, we are really into a very bad level as a team of Man United, because we are losing out on our targets, right? Certainty can't be given to players that we are signing. That is the most worrying bit of it. But Xavi knows exactly what Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani is all about, and he wants him to come to Man United. And maybe Erik ten Hag would have gone ahead to already talk to Xavi and really tell him the goods that will come in through with Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani coming in through, because has ever worked with him, and they are friends, as you see into that photo. They chat, these managers talk to one another, and I think they're really having a fantastic time together. So that is all about Xavi tipping Sheikh Jassim Al Thani to take over Man United, and his fruits are really going to be good. So he's backing him, and obviously he thinks he's the best option that we have as the club of Manchester United. After that, we go to a David Austin story about Mason Mount that really is needed to be heard by everyone watching in this channel. Now, via The Athletic, David Austin had to really put out the following: that Arsenal also want to recruit a more attack-minded player. They initially targeted Mason Mount, but once it emerged that his preference is to join Man United, the focus shifted to another Chelsea player, that is Kai Havertz. So Mason Mount is a player who has gone ahead to snub Arsenal, Liverpool, because those two teams were really interested in really having him at the club, at their respective clubs. But he told them, my preference is to join Man United. And a first bid was put in through, and it was rejected by the Chelsea side. £40 million. It was a bid that was put in, and it was rejected. After that bid was rejected, it resulted into a signal to Man United that you need to get us more, and we need more from you to sell Mason Mount. So Mason Mount is left with just 1 year on his contract at Chelsea, and I wonder why Chelsea are really denying £50 million that they are calling in for 70. And how can you call in for £70 million for a player who is left with just 1 year on his contract? That's abysmal. It's abysmal. And I think Chelsea are affecting themselves, because if they don't sell him to Man United, then the player is ready to run his contract down. He has already told them that if you guys cannot come out and obviously sell me, I'm not going to renew my contract. Now, why do you lose out to the £50 million? You want to act like Man United, who really found themselves in a situation of not selling Jesse Lingard in the January transfer window to Newcastle because they wanted him and West Ham, and he really went out on a free. You know, that is very annoying and very stupid, because that's not business. And if Chelsea don't sell him to Man United £50 million, because United are really saying we are not paying more than £50 million, and United is willing to really give him a good green light to see to it that he finds himself in a position of obviously coming in at the club of Man United on the free next season. And it's all possible, and when he comes in on a free, Chelsea will mourn, but they'll have nothing to do. However much they believe if at all he stays, they'll use Pochettino to give him playing time and obviously thrive, to see to it that he finds himself in a situation of obviously putting pen to paper on your contract. I think they are really daydreaming. The player is sold onto an idea of going to Chelsea because he doesn't believe in Toddy Boehly's decision making that have gone ahead to really ruin the club of Chelsea. Because how do you sack a manager that had just won you a Champions League? How do you sack him? You know, he never even gave him 2 or 3 months at the club. So thank you guys for watching. Through smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Your thoughts on Xavi backing Sheikh Jassim Al Thani to take over Man United are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Mason Mount deal? And lastly, what do you make about the employees of Man United that are really going ahead to find themselves into a worrying situation as far as the takeover situation is concerned? They are totally green about this. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God be with you and protect you abundantly. Me out.